Hello Gemini people, this is a energy check-in for the beginning of March. It's good for Gemini Sun, Moon and Rising. If it's a general reading, if it doesn't resonate, check out your other placements. So we're going to have a quick look at your past energy, your current energy and what those energies might turn into for you. Ooh. I really see you juggling intuition and logic in your past there. I think intuition won, but we'll see. Oh, you've got the Two of Cups in the present. Okay. Yeah, it's like your intuition won. Probably. But that's still a card of evaluating evidence, so that's interesting. This will make more sense when we have a proper look at it, I'm sure. I know we don't need all those cards, thank you. Although, hello Tower. Yeah, I do feel like the Tower perhaps did want to show its face there. But I can't possibly take all those cards. One more card for the future energy, please, universe. Just one more card for future energy, please. There we go. Thank you. And on the bottom of the deck, that's the Three of Swords there in reverse. Interesting. Three of Swords is a card of betrayal, heartbreak. Oh, and underneath that, the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a sense of loss here. I feel that this sense of loss is, yes, it's the underlying energy of the reading, but I think it's due to something that happened way past, not this past, beyond that, further back in the past than that, and it's something you still carry with you, and it's affecting all these energies still. It's like an underlying trauma, I think, that's there. I don't know if you're aware of it or not. It feels quite buried, especially in reverse. It feels like, it doesn't feel like you're very conscious of it or that it's very near the surface. It almost feels like it's coming from a sense of someone in the past having cheated on you, but definitely having betrayed you in some way, especially with the Five of Pentacles being underneath it. There's such grief and loss in that card, feeling of being left out in the cold. So yeah, I do feel that that's underlying the whole reading. But let's have a look at your past. With the Emperor in reverse, Two of Pentacles and the High Priestess. And so this is a card of juggling decisions, juggling different things. And either side of it, you've got the Emperor and the High Priestess. The Emperor is very logical, very rigid, very, especially in reverse, he's very up in his head in a, not in a way that sort of balances out with everything else too much. And the High Priestess is all about intuition. So it feels to me that these are the two aspects of yourself that in the past, in the recent past, you've been juggling. When I pulled these cards out, I said that intuition won. And that's because I saw the Judgment card in your current energy. Let's see, let's have a look. Whatever it is, whatever it was that you were toying with, it's going to be different for everyone. Could be a love relationship, kind of heart versus head thing. Could be whether to stay in a job or leave a job. Something like that. So the current energies. Seven of Pentacles. The Judgment card. And the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is a strong connection. For most of you, I think it's a strong romantic connection. And I think for many of you, that's the decision you were toying with, whether to stay or leave. And it looks like a lot of you stayed and kind of found more balance within that connection. There's a sense of, I can never say this word, it's a bad word for tarot readers to not be able to pronounce. Reciprocity. Okay, there we go. There's a sense of reciprocity in these cards, you know, equal give and take. So it feels like a lot of you might have decided to choose to stay in this relationship or choose to stay in this job, and you've managed to bring it towards a more balanced place currently. And I feel it sounds like it wasn't intuition and a heart-led decision, but you did balance that with evaluating things, and I think even checking in with the other person and having a proper discussion about what's going on and where you're at, and your kind of interpretation of the whole situation, and maybe kind of making plans together, because this can be a card of planning to me as well. So kind of making plans, agreeing together on a way forward. And I think to bring this balance in, you've had to let go of certain past hurts. The Judgment card is about letting go. It's in reverse. I hope you have managed to let go in the way that you have said you have. Because with it being in reverse, it does feel like there might have been a bit of a struggle to let go. But also, it's a card of second chances. So it feels like a lot of you are saying, okay, like you've had this talk, you've kind of made an action plan. That's a horrible word to kind of apply to a relationship, and I do think this is a relationship for most of you. You've made an action plan forward, and you've sort of said, okay, then let's give this a second chance. And at the moment, it's looking balanced. It's looking good. Do you know what I think it might be that you're struggling to let go of is this energy way in the past, if I'm honest. I don't think it's necessarily stuff that's happened within this relationship. It's stuff that's way in the past. That's what's coming across to me. Let me know. Let me know in the comments if you like. Okay, so let's look at where this future energy is taking you. Well, I get quite a lovely warm feeling from the energy here. These pentacles. There's such a comfort in this card. It's like real nesting, you know, putting effort into your home environment. It might be that some of you decided to move in together. To be honest, you're like, let's give this a second chance. Let's do it properly. Let's really give this a second chance. And that would so make sense with this sense of planning and action plan, the word that I chose to use for whatever reason. So yeah, it does look like you might be moving towards moving in together, and there's a sense of a fresh new start here for you in a very kind of homely, practical sense. Some of you might even have decided to start a new business venture together or something like that, and that's why this is coming up in your future energies. It might be that that also is something that you're moving towards. Yeah, this is quite lovely actually. just the Judgment in reverse just makes me a little bit anxious as to if there's stuff in the past that you haven't quite dealt with. But then that goes for everyone. You know, we've all got stuff in our past that we haven't properly brought to the surface and dealt with, and hopefully, like, you've created a space within this relationship where there is room for you to do that and be supported, both of you, because both of you will have stuff. Everyone does. And maybe that's where this Daughter of Swords energy is coming in the future as well. Swords is kind of about... Swords can be about truth and kind of saying it how it is. This is otherwise known as the Page of Swords. Yeah, there is a certain blunt truth to this card. So there is a sense of me that you are recognising, like, where both of your past traumas are affecting the relationship, and that you're being honest. This is the Swords. It's about honesty, and especially when it's a court card as well, it feels to me that you're speaking that truth, because pages can be about messages as well, so it very much feels to me like you're vocalizing that truth. I think sometimes with pages it can be quite blunt, so you might just want to watch out for how that's received by the relevant person or people. Yeah, it can feel a bit raw, like the raw, blunt truth. I don't know what to say about that. You negotiate that as you see fit. I'm not the type of person to beat around the bush myself, so I think it is best to get stuff out there. Okay, Gemini people, I hope that reading has resonated with you on some level, and I hope that you feel heard. Thank you.